Hello and welcome back. We just talked about our first skill, tracking, and now we will move on to our next skill, resourcing. The best way to learn tracking is through identifying a personal resource. Identifying resources and tracking sensations connected to the resource develops internal resiliency and a renewed sense of one's own abilities and capacity to stabilize the nervous system. Now you may be wondering, what is a resource? A resource is any person, place, thing, memory, or part of yourself that makes you feel calm, pleasant, peaceful, neutral, or resilient. It can be real or imagined, and it can be internal or external. When we use resource as a skill, we want to make sure that we really intensify that resource so that it's almost like we're painting a picture. So we make sure to ask at least 3 questions to really get more details. So how does resourcing help us become more resilient? As we are resourcing, we begin to sense pleasant, neutral, or less distressing sensations in our body. We begin to feel hope and possibility, resulting in us building new resilient pathways that override our automatic negative sensations. Let's take a look at how you can use resourcing. Hey Sarah, how are you doing today?
Hey, Ann, I'm really not doing that great. I'm feeling very stressed. I have several reports due today. My kids have an appointment, but my husband can't take them, so I don't know how I'm going to get all of this done today. And I can't focus because I'm too stressed trying to figure it all out.
Wow, that makes sense to me that you're so stressed and can't focus. I learned some new skills recently that may help with this type of situation. Would you be interested in learning more?
Sure, I guess. As long as it won't take long. I've got to get back to these reports.
It should only take a few minutes of your time. So I want to show you this graph. As you can see, we all have what is called a resilient zone, also known as the OK zone. The resilient zone is a state of well-being in body, mind, and spirit. When in the resilient zone, we are able to handle the stresses of life. We might be angry or sad, but we are still able to manage the ups and downs of our life. Then there are times when life experiences can cause us to get bumped out of our resilient zone. When we get bumped into the high zone, we may feel hypervigilant, anxiety, and irritability, and even pain. Conversely, when we are bumped into our low zone, we may feel disconnection, exhaustion, numbness, and depression. It sounds like this extra stress is causing you to get bumped out of your resilient zone. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. So, what can I do to get back into my resilient zone? That way I can focus and get this work done.
One of the tools I learned is called resourcing. I want to invite you to think of something that makes you feel calm, happy, peaceful, or resilient. It can be a person, place, memory, or an object. And it can be real or imagined. Just let me know once you've thought of something.
Okay, I have something in mind.
Do you feel comfortable sharing your resource with me?
Yeah, one thing that I can think of that really brings me happiness is the memory of baking cookies with my grandmother.
Oh, that sounds amazing. Was it a certain time of year that you were baking cookies? Was it warm or cold?
It was just before Christmas, and it was warm inside where we were because the heat was on. We were making her famous Christmas tree sugar cookies.
Can you describe the smell or any sounds?
It smelled like sugar and flour. I can hear the mixer blending up the cookies and the Christmas music playing in the background.
Can you describe the kitchen?
My grandma had the old school black and white tiles on the floor, and she had these big red cookie jars where we would put all the cookies when they had cooled. The oven was black and white too, and the wallpaper was an old 80s floral print.
Wow, that sounds like such a special memory. I can feel the warmth in the kitchen and smell the cookies now. Are you willing to share what you notice, what's happening inside your body after thinking of that memory?
My heart rate has slowed down tremendously. I don't have as much tension in my shoulders, and I have a warmth in my chest, but in a good way.
That's great. Is there anything else that you notice?
I feel more focused and just less tense all around.
Yeah, I can notice that too, just by watching your posture change and face light up as we're sharing. So, can you see I can use this tool in the future and you can use this memory again, or you can use another resource?
Yeah, definitely. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go finish up these reports now.
You're welcome. Just to wrap up, as you saw in this demonstration, we were able to use resourcing as a skill to get back into the resilient zone. As a reminder, a resource can be a person, place, thing, or memory, or part of yourself that makes you feel calm, pleasant, peaceful, strong, or resilient. As you are using resource as a tool, be sure to pay attention to the pleasant or neutral sensations in your body. If you are interested in learning more about the Community Resiliency Model or would like to host a CRIM workshop for your organization, please contact SEAHEC.